You got it.
All right. Gentlemen, I would like to welcome you all to Russell.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test.
AJ has no role in 2 years of wrestling, 2 years as part of the National Honor Society, has spent the last 4 years
Test 1 2.
as a member of the St. Mary's CYO.
Test 1 2. Test.
AJ is concerned about his academic and career plans. He did consider open grooming, but is worried about job availability in Kansas. And now, for the 2018 RHS Queen candidates. Each candidate will be escorted by their circling the field, starting at the northeast side. First, we have Maria.
In that first half.
Sydney has been involved in volleyball for 3 years.
And
basketball.
picked up blitzes. Really didn't let get anything.
One of the things they talked about in the postgame a little bit that I was impressed with was the second unit that came in that played a good chunk of that second half of the game and did give up a score or so, but played very good football and it was kind of exciting to see some of these youngsters get time in a big game.
Yeah, and that helped them in the future, helped them build confidence. They actually played the whole second half, so they got a lot of experience there. They played really well. Like I said, they were going against a pretty good varsity unit on the other side of the ball, and they do that every week. They go against our starters all the time and make it better. They work hard for it, so it's nice. They get the opportunity to.
How we doing on time?
They take advantage of it. I'm still waiting on the Chiefs defense to do that.
You might be waiting all year for that.
Come on, Coach. Let's talk about the matter at hand tonight. You guys back at it again this evening on the road, taking on the Russell Broncos, and another week with changes schedules a little bit because I know you've had some feature conferences and some days off and in services and game times getting moved and that kind of stuff. But something you kids showed last week, they can handle that pretty well.
Yeah, again, this shows the senior leadership, older guys. They've been through this kind of thing before. They've seen good ways to do it and bad ways to do it. They know the right way to take advantage of it. They're just ready to go whenever their time's called, whenever their number's called, if they're on the sideline. They're just ready to do everything. So we could have played the game at any time. We could have played it yesterday. They'd have shown up and take care of it. So they're rubbing off some of the younger guys that same way. So it's a great deal. I don't think there'll be any issues with it.
Yeah, they moved the game time up, as we kind of mentioned in there, to 5:30 kickoff instead of 7 o'clock tonight. Trying to avoid the weather, and I know that's something as a coach that playing in rain is fun for the fans. I like to see the muddy, that kind of stuff. A good fun football game, and that not necessarily that much fun for the kids and you guys down there on the sideline. But also creates some things where you have to worry about turnovers and injuries and that kind of stuff. What are your concerns going into that tonight?
Well, I mean, you just make sure they stay focused on those little things. You got to take care of the ball. They have to play in the rain too, and it won't be getting muddy per field. So,
sure, yes.
And that does bother kids like playing in that stuff too. They think it's fun. It adds an extra element. There's more to it. Biggest issue with it, like it's just turnovers. You've got to take care of the ball when it's slippery out there. You've got to make sure you're cutting on the outside foot all the time. You're not going to be able to miss. And your game plan just changes a little bit. You're probably not going to hear it out very much. You're probably going to play a little more hard-nosed down the football. So it is harder to cut once things get quick.
Which is something that kind of favors you going into the game tonight. Russell, a team that wants to throw the football, and not as much of a running team like you guys are. Tell us about what you see in Russell. 2-3 on the season. They were one of the first teams to score in Scott City, or we're the first team to score in Scott City. But a team that also has been struggling the last 3 weeks for sure.
They have. They have a new coach in there. They're learning their system. You can tell the kids are still trying to catch up, to learn what he's teaching them. I think it's a good concept. Have a good quarterback there who controls pretty well. He's got a good-looking arm. And if you don't stay disciplined in the rush lane, he's going to break containment and run on you. He scrambles pretty well. Will also extend the play. Since you're talking cheap, little Mahomes has to move out of the pocket and throw it down the field. So he is a little scary to scout for. He's hard to replicate, but you just got to stay disciplined. He wants to throw more than he wants to run, and stay on those routes longer, and just go with that. And just be physical.
As you head into the game tonight, what are your keys for you guys to be successful?
Well, I think we got to play that. We got to play our game. Be disciplined both sides of the ball. We know what we're doing. Don't let elements or anything else get in your head. Just play football. Hit them all night long. Don't let them get up and feel good about themselves. We'll limit the big plays just by that. They also throwing the ball a lot makes them quick early turnovers by forcing knockdowns, breakups, or interceptions. It'll get in their head pretty quick. We should be able to take care of it.
Well, Coach, look forward to watching the kids tonight, and wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Coach Reese McKinney of the Colby Eagles. Be back with more of the pregame show in just a minute.
NextTech Wireless Advanced Pay gives you great coverage, 4G LTE data, and you'll love the price. Plans start at $25 a month. NextTech Wireless Advanced Pay is hassle-free too. No contract, no credit check, and you can even bring your own device. Sign up now and get a free month of service when you purchase a new device or receive a free Moto E smartphone with new activation. It's Advanced Pay at NextTech Wireless, starting at just $25 per month.
Did you know that your body contains over 40 billion working parts and the nervous system acts as a communication speedway? Sometimes there's no warning when a problem is ahead, and a chiropractor can help determine if there's any interference in this great nerve network. In most cases, chiropractic care can eliminate the cause of your pain. Call Northwest Kansas Chiropractic at 460-0332. That's 460-0332. Or visit us online at nwkchiro.com. I'm Dr. Griggs, inviting you to stop by and see us and start feeling better today.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
Welcome back to the Funk Optometry pregame show here on 100.3 The Ride. We'll have our keys to the game here in just a minute, but first let's take a look at district standings headed into this week, where Scott City is 3-0 in district play. Scott City took on Beloit. That game again scheduled for tonight was moved to yesterday. They got that one in last night. Scott City beat Beloit 55-14, the final score of that game. So that game has been completed. So Scott City is 3-0. And plus 63 points in district play. Colby, 2-0, is in second in the district right now. They are 2-0 and plus 42 points headed into their game against Russell tonight. Concordia is at 1-1 in district play. and right at 0 on their point total. Beloit is at 1-2 and minus 21, and Russell and Goodland are both 0-2 at minus 42 points. And those are going to go into the tiebreaker situations. Top 2 teams move on out of the district and play District 7, which features Pratt, Hugoton, Nickerson, Holcomb, Kingman, and Larned. And again, those games have Pratt leading the way, Hugoton in second, both of those teams 2-0. Pratt 5-0 overall on the season. They'll get Hugoton tonight, so it's kind of interesting. We'll keep an eye on those other games in district play, and Holcomb hanging in there at that number 4 spot right now could get them into the postseason. So we'll talk about that. But that is how the district standings is set up. Going into today, it's Colby and Scott City leading the way. The 2 teams will go to a head-to-head game next week, but the matter at hand tonight is Colby versus Russell. And Colby also trying to get to 3-0 plus 63 in points if they can get a 21-point win tonight for Russell, which is the goal in the contest. Let's take a look at keys to the ball game. Headed into it tonight. Well, weather a factor. The field is great. Obviously, it's a turf field here in Russell, Kansas, so it's going to hold up. You're not going to have all the mud and that kind of stuff. Footing will still be a little bit of an issue, but not too bad. These fields drain very quickly if it does rain. One issue will be the football getting wet and turnovers, and does kind of hurt the passing game sometimes as well. But again, Colby being a very solid running team, this should be something that should favor them. But again, it's whether the weather comes in, what time the weather comes in, do we get the lightning with it, are we able to get this football game finished tonight, or we have massive delays. So we'll find out how that all plays out again. As weather expected to move into the area, which is why we had the early kickoff of tonight's contest with Russell. Russell, a team that they have a new head football coach, as we talked about in the pregame tonight. He's completely redone the staff. Not just a new head coach, he brought in a completely different staff with him. So it's all new for them. They came out of the gangbusters, winning their first 2 games of the season. They've lost their last 3 in a row. They've, again, running into some district play and some buzzsaw teams. We've talked about this district, very tough from top to bottom. They lost by 22 to Concordia, and they were also beaten by Scott City last week pretty handily. So, again, a team that's faced some tough competition. They do have some great kids at the skill players. They have some very fast kids at those skilled positions headed all game tonight, and they got a very good quarterback that throws the football well and runs well. And he's going to be one that Colby's going to have to keep an eye on tonight. They've got to contain him because the offense goes when he goes. The one thing, again, a little young, inexperienced offensive line, not a very big offensive line, so one of those up front tonight, I would look at big games from Hagen Bowie and, of course, Slavin's at the defensive ends positions, and really doing their best to, A, contain the quarterback, and B, get him on his back in passing situations. And I have a feeling that if they're able to do that tonight, things are going to be pretty good for Colby defensively. I think the matchups favor those two to have very big games tonight. And, of course, Tucker Branham cleaning things up at the middle linebacker position that he's done all season long. But it will be a chance for the defense to get freshened up a little bit. We've had some issues against the pass in the season. We've given up some big plays in the passing game, and it's a chance for the back end of the defense tonight as well to improve there and get everything locked up before you head into that contest next week against Scott City. Not that we're overlooking Russell by any stretch of the imagination tonight, but Scott City's going to have an extra day of rest. They're going to get to watch this football game, I guarantee you, tonight, and see how the matchups are, and a chance to watch the Eagles as they played their game last night. So, again, big game for the Eagles tonight, but I think if we can take care of the ball offensively and not turn it over with this wet weather, Russell's a very good team with turnovers on season. If we can hang on to the football and not give up big plays in the passing game, should be one that Colby can come into tonight and come out of here with a victory on the road against the Russell Broncos and go into Scott City with both teams 6-0 next week. Could be a lot of fun. Matter at hand, though, and take care of the football offensively, control the quarterback and the edge defensively tonight on the other side of the football. And if we can do those two things, the end result should be pretty good for the Colby Eagles tonight. And that is a look at district standings and, of course, our keys to tonight's ball game here on the Funk Optometry pregame show. We're going to take another break, come back, and continue with more after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio, Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride.
This month, Colby Dodge is celebrating Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days. What does this mean to you? Discounts up to $4,000 on select new Jeeps and discounts up to $10,000 on select Ram trucks. We have the sale prices posted, so drive by and check them out today. Any programs are in effect this month at Colby Dodge. Stop in and check with a salesperson to see if you qualify for additional discounts. Check us out online at colbydodge.com or in person at Exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances. If you're in the need for any type of loan, come in and talk to their local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank. Its locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Butler Builders understand that strong buildings and strong communities start with strong connections. Every bolt, every beam, and every handshake, each connection a strong one. When you work with a Butler builder, you're building on more than concrete and steel. You're building on knowledge and expertise with people you can trust. People who value your investment as much as you do.
Connect with your local Butler builder, Stephen Construction, and experience the different strong connections make for your business.
Are you looking for a bank that offers a variety of services? One that works with your busy schedule? Well, look no further. Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank for you. Hi, this is Debbie with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We offer many products that fit all your financial needs. And with extended hours and 2 convenient locations, we can accommodate your busy schedule. We're committed to the community, and because we're the only locally owned bank, we're here for you and here to stay. Stop in today at either of our convenient locations and visit with our friendly staff. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together make a difference. Member FDIC.
Here at McKee Incorporated, we're proud to offer service you can trust, along with Linux products that can help keep you comfortable and save you money. This fall, McKee Incorporated is offering up to $1,600 rebates on brand new Linux systems. So call us today at 785-623132. McKee Incorporated, proudly offering Linux products. Just another way we make you feel better.
For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department at Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. All your one-stop shopping at Walmart in Colby. Welcome back to the Bunked Up Commentary Game Show and the Eagles on Radio 100.3 The Ride. As we said, for tonight's game, going down the road, taking on the Russell Broncos. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the two teams tonight. Brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Dave Brown, offices in Colby and Athens, Kansas. All of your insurance needs, take Dave Brown, Farm Bureau Insurance. Starting lineup tonight for the Russell Broncos on offense, we'll see on the offensive line, Brandon Fowler, number 55. He's a 5'11 senior. He'll be the left tackle. Number 58, Blake Haas, will be the left guard. He's a 5'9" freshman. Number 65, Braden Flax, 5'11 junior, will start at center. Number 72, Braden Ford, 5'9 sophomore, will get to start at right guard. And Jarrett Davis, number 74, 6' senior, will get to start at right tackle tonight. The wide receivers / running backs, they move kids around a lot. They run a spread-type offense, so we'll see, again, these kids in a lot of different positions, sometimes in the backfield, sometimes a wide receiver. It'll be Kyler Christian is the number 2, 5'9" senior. A.J. Oski, number 36, a 5'6" senior. He does have 290 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns on the season. We also will see Hunter Eddick, a 5'9" junior, and Brandon Gibson, 5'10" sophomore, that wide receiver. Glenn Law will be kind of the go-to running back for the Russell Broncos tonight. He's a 5'10" senior. Does have 67 rushing yards and 21 carries on the season. And the leader is the quarterback, Austin Price. This kid, a tremendous athlete, 5'10" senior. Has 491 passing on 26 of 47 attempts on the season. 5 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions. He also has 250-plus rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the year coming into the game tonight. Again, a very solid kid at quarterback and will be a test for the Eagles defense tonight, which, of course, includes Xavier Slavens and Hagen Bowie, who have been tremendous on the defensive end position. Tyler Britt, Thomas Klein will be in there front as well. Branham in there, linebacker, has been phenomenal the last several weeks for Colby, really all season long. He's been great at the linebacker spot. We'll see Staff and Shippers in the back end of that defense, as well as Gonzalez, Metcalf, Myers. That's how the lineups look headed into tonight's ball game. Colby versus Russell. Take a break. Be back with more of the pregame show from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store.
How are we doing on time?
They've got it in the grocery department of Walmart. And, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation.
Hey, Mason, how are we doing on time?
Also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
El Dos Fioros has moved to its new location at 1921 South Range in Colby. They've got the same amazing dishes with authentic south-of-the-border flavor. Same wonderful staff making sure to provide a personal experience every time you dine in. And, of course, you can still find dozens of flavors of frozen margaritas. Stop by their new location and enjoy some great authentic Mexican-style cuisine. Now, right next door to Orchland at 1921 South Range in Colby, it's El Dos Fioros.
With High Plains Co-op, it's great to know that the more things change, the more things stay the same. High Plains Co-op, with locations in Hoxie, Dresden, Rainfield, Gem, Alford, Park, Selden, and in Levant. They're here to give you the service you deserve. High Plains Co-op is available for your grain, fuel, and feed needs. Check out their website at highplainscoop.com for up-to-date markets. Standing with you is High Plains Co-op.
Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order?
Yeah, I'll take a small Coke.
And I'll have a large, please.
No, you can get any size Coke for just $1, right?
So, a small Coke is just $1?
Uh-huh.
And the large is just $1?
Yeah. Are you guys okay?
You just blew our different sizes mind. Sorry, you got excited again.
It's nice getting any size bang for your buck. So come into McDonald's and get an ice cold, delicious any size Coke for just $1. A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
It's time for kickoff. With the call of tonight's ball game, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeling.
Well, good evening and welcome to Russell, Kansas, as we get set for kickoff tonight. The Colby Eagles and the Russell Broncos. You've been listening to the Funk Optometry pregame show. The Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride as we get set for kickoff out here. It's a beautiful 70 degrees in Russell, Kansas. The game moved up due to the threat of inclement weather tonight that originally thought would come in about 7 o'clock. They pushed it back to 8, 9, now 10 o'clock before they're expecting that to come through here this evening. So we're going to get a nice afternoon and a beautiful day for football here in Russell, Kansas after all, which should be a fun game. Another district contest for these two teams. Colby 5-0 on the season, as we've talked about throughout the pregame. Russell 2-3, winning their first 2 games of the season, and they've come up short in their last 3. A good passing team. They run a lot of spread offense and will make some difficult matchups for Colby. That's one thing Colby's given up defensively on the year is some big pass plays on and off. So we'll see how they react to that tonight. And I imagine they'll try to get after Russell here, but you have to be careful with that because they got a tremendous athlete at the quarterback position in Austin Price, who has had a very good season, 491 passing yards coming into the game tonight, 5 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions, and also 245 rushing yards on the season, with a couple of rushing touchdowns on the year. As the officials down on the field, Colby has won the toss, and the Eagles will take the football to start the game, which is normal for Colby. They like to, if they win the toss, they take the ball. The field here runs north and south instead of east and west like we have at home, so a little bit different layout here. The sun is out, it's 70 degrees, and it's just absolutely beautiful here. Again, a turf field in Russell, Kansas. Two teams are going to get set to go here. District game tonight. Colby trying to remain perfect in district play, headed into a matchup with Scott City next week. The Eagles will get set. Stapp, of course, will be back deep for Colby. For the Eagles. Stapp and Rosales, the deep guys for Colby. Waiting for the referees to get the ball ready for play here. Stapp and Rosales standing back just inside the 10-yard line, back at about the 8. Officials blow the ball ready for play, and we're ready for district action here tonight in Russell, Kansas. Kick on the way, end over end kick, a deep one. This is going to be caught by Rosales at about the 7-yard line. Rosales up the middle on the return, takes it out across the 20 and out to the 31-yard line, and that is where the Eagles will take over on their first possession of this game, 1st and 10. The offense for the Eagles has been very good this season. Love to run the football, and they got a lot of weapons in that backfield to do it. Shippers will be in the pistol to start things off. Bowie in the slot to the right. Rosales in the slot to the left with Stapp behind Shippers. And they're waiting for the football to be switched out here. I think they still got the kicking ball on the field. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So now they'll get the other ball out here. So now they'll get a football here, and then we're ready to go. Yeah, they still have the kicking ball out there. Now we're ready. Shippers again in the pistol. He's got Bowie in motion from right to left. Handoff's going to go to Stapp behind Bowie. Calvin kicks it to the outside. Stapp at the 40. Stapp at midfield. At the 40, the 35, 30, 20, 15, and tripped up down the sideline at about the 10-yard line. And a great run by Calvin Stapp right out of the gates here in this one. So the Eagles will have first down and 10 to go. They'll spot him at the 11. And a huge run on first down for the Eagles. Great block by Hagan Bowie out in front of Calvin Stapp to get Calvin to the corner, but a good job by Russell taking that angle tackling down the sideline to prevent a score. The Eagles set to go again. Stapp to the right of Shippers. Here's the quick pitch to Rosales on the right side. Isaac waits for the blocking in front of him, turns the corner. He'll be knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So a gain of 7 on first down here. And it's going to bring up second down and 3 to go. Again, they can get a first down without getting in. They get it down to the 1. Shippers out of the pistol. Bowie to his right. Jordan looking to throw. Completes it on the left side to Rosales. Turns the corner and gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. Isaac Rosales takes it in from 4 yards out. With 11:32 to go in the opening quarter, and the Eagles score quickly tonight. Colby will get set for a 2-point conversion. Shippers gets the snap, hands it off. This is Bowie up the middle, hit at the 1, but he's in easily. And we got a little grappling going on in the backfield. 2-point conversion's good. It's 8-0. Colby with the early lead here tonight. And Russell. We'll take a break. Back with the kickoff after this word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Hi, this is Darren Stegan with Farm Credit of Western Kansas and Colby. At Farm Credit, we support rural communities and agriculture with reliable, consistent credit and financial services. Farm Credit's mission is providing farmers and ranchers with the capital they need to make their business successful. And because a steady flow of credit means more jobs and economic growth, Farm Credit is helping invest in the vibrancy of your local community. See me on Wednesdays at RM Jakeway Abstract in St. Francis or call me at 785-462-1116.
Sometimes everything that can possibly go wrong does. all at the same time. Maybe it's a storm or a fire. You've got damage to your car, your home, and other stuff, and one big mess on your hands. A Farm Bureau agent can make it better, simply, with a single deductible for it all. It's our one deductible advantage. You're going to love how Farm Bureau agents make insurance simple. In Colby and Atwood, that's David Brown. Call him at 1-800-870-2661. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. Colby set to kick it away, and it's going to be a little sky kick on the right side, caught by Russell at the 35-yard line, and that is where the Broncs will take over to start their first possession of the game. So here we go. We'll look at this Broncos offense here. Again, they like to spread the field. They'll have two receivers to each side. Austin Price, the 5'10 senior quarterback, in the backfield. Price in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Takes the handoff. Ball loose. Colby has it. Fumble on the first offensive play of the game for Russell. And they're running kind of a read option play. And it looked like there was just a miscommunication as to whether he was going to hand that off or pull it. And the ball ends up on the ground. The Eagles get the recovery. And now we'll take over 1st and 10 from the Russell 32-yard line. Right split out wide to the left side for the Eagles. Wide to the right side is Metcalf. Two backs behind Shippers. Rosales in motion. Handoff up the middle to Bowie, and he is hit immediately and brought down for a loss of about 5. That was very well defended by Russell that time, as the Broncos got in there immediately to get the quick stop in the backfield. Glenn Law on the stop for the Broncos. And makes it 2nd and 15. Shippers out of the pistol. Two receivers to each side. One back to his left. Jordan gets the snap, rolling to his left side, throws downfield, has a man. It's incomplete, in and out of the hands that time of Mason Wright. It'll bring up 3rd down now and 15 for Colby. Had Wright open, a little bit far in front of him, but a very catchable football. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long, as we mentioned. Rosales will be split to the left side for Colby. Colby with a double tight end set. Offset eye out of the pistol. Handoff goes up the middle to Stapp. Calvin gets forward, and he's got about 5 yards, but it's going to bring up 4th and 10 for Colby. And this will be at the 32-yard line. So the original line of scrimmage. Rosales. Again to the left side. Stapp in the slot to the left. Right wind up as a tight end. Right side. Shippers going to roll to the left side. It's a quarterback keeper designed the whole way, and Shippers breaks some tackles and finally brought down. He's not going to get the first down. A great stop by the Russell defense on the play. As Brandon Fowler in on the stop for Russell, and the Broncos will take over 1st 10 from their own 31-yard line. That was a great job of the linebackers that time for Russell flowing to the football. So Russell, this is their second possession. 3 receivers left, 1 right. They fumbled on the first play of their first possession, and Colby recovered. But the Broncs were able to hold the Eagles off. Here's a pass in the flat, wide open, and it's dropped. Dropped that time. It went in and out of the hands of the intended receiver and Hunter Reddy. Reddy couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. He was open in the flats. Colby got there right as the ball did, but Reddy couldn't hang on. Again, trips to the left side. 1 receiver right, 1 back in the backfield for Austin Price. 2nd and 10 to go. Colby's showing blitz. They'll bring it up the middle. Price sets his feet, throws, and completes it on the right side. And a nice cutback and a spin for positive yardage on this one. This is going to gain 11 and a 1st down on the reception for the Broncos. Looked like Gibson pulled that one in. Again, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Colby brought a blitz up the middle on that last play. Russell Picked it up enough to get the pass off. Price awaits the snap, gets it, backing up, steps up, he wants to run, he throws across his body, and Shippers had it for a second. In and out of the hands of Jordan Shippers, didn't quite hang on to that one. Could have had a pick there, and it'll bring up 2nd and 10 to go. That was a tough throw that time for Price. He was rolling to his right side and tried to throw it to the middle, and any quarterback coach will tell you that's a dangerous throw when you do that. It's hard to get enough on those. 2nd and 10. Price back into the shotgun, trips left, one receiver right. One back in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff and throw the screen over the middle. Had a man wide open, incomplete. That would have been a big gain had they been able to pull it in. Would have been 15 where he caught it, and he had some space between he and Shippers, the deep man. This time, Russell will switch it up and go with 2 receivers to each side of the field. Price out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion from left to right. And here's a screen set up, and it's knocked away and nearly picked. Good job by Colby, the middle linebacker coming through. Thomas Klein nearly picked that one off. And it's 4th down, and punting situation coming here for the Broncos. Colby will have Calvin Stapp back deep. As the Broncos will punt from the 43-yard line, their own 43. Stapp standing at about the 20. Snap is good. And the kick angled to the right sideline. That's going to go out of bounds at about the 26, 27-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. But that is where Colby will take over to start their 3rd possession of the game. Scored in 3 plays on their first possession after a 65-yard run by Calvin Stapp. Second possession, though, Russell did a great job. They got in and got a loss of 5 on first down by Colby, and then the Eagles ended up getting that back, but no more. Russell held on 4th down. It was a great job. See what Colby does here on their 3rd possession of the game. As the Eagles will send Mason Wright and Bryson Metcalf split out. Snap in motion across the formation. Handoff's going to go up the middle. This is Bowie on the carry. He'll get it to the 30. Gain of 3 on the play. So a nice run by Bowie. The tackle on the play made by Garrett Davis for the Broncos, and Colby quickly to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 6 to go for Colby. 2 receivers left, and Stapp in the motion to left as well. And he'll get the pitch from Shippers, and Calvin will be pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A late penalty flag has come in on the play. Very late. We're brought up 3rd down and about 2 for Colby, but we'll see what the flag is. And it may have been a late hit. Yeah, this is going to be a personal foul against Russell for a late hit. And so Colby's going to attack 15 yards on the end of this play, which will get him out near midfield. 49-yard line is where they'll spot it. 8-0 Colby on top. 9:06 to play here in the first quarter tonight. Mason Wright and Rosales to the left side. Calvin Stapp is split out wide to the right side. Bowie in front of Shippers in the pistol. Bowie in motion from right to left. Shippers gets the snap. He'll follow behind Bowie. And they tried to run this in earlier, and the same thing happened. Russell did a good job of scouting that one out. Shippers hit at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Again, just shy of midfield. Colby trying to pick on the right side of the Russell defense. Eagles will get set to go again here. Shippers gets a snap, handoff up the middle. Hagan Bowie to the right side. This time Bowie with some running room. Gets around the corner, and he is tripped up, but not till that's actually Rosales on the carry. And Rosales tripped up at the 32-yard line of Russell. And a big gain for Colby on that one. And actually spotted at the 33 is where they'll say his knee went down. And Colby will get set again. Colby with Bowie. Wing back to the right side. Handoff's going to go to Stapp. Calvin dancing around and getting to the 30-yard line. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Colby will look to the sideline and get the play again. They're in Russell territory at the 30-yard line, leading 8-0 here in the first. Mason Wright split wide to the left side. Stapp, the wing back to the left side. He'll go in motion. Here's the handoff to Bowie. Bowie hit in the backfield. He gets forward for a couple. They'll spot him down about the 28-yard line, 27. You'll see where they spot it. Yeah, 29. Short gain on the play. 3rd down, a long 5 here for Colby. And a timeout has been taken, I believe, by Colby. Yep. We'll take it with him. Back after this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Dying is one of the few events in life that is certain to occur, yet one we are not likely to plan for. Hi, I'm Jason with Ballman Mortuary in Colby at Woodenoke. Pre-arranging your funeral service is a great way to make sure your family is taken care of, even after you're gone. At Ballman Mortuary, we'll help you plan ahead to make sure that your wishes are taken care of, and the type of service, monument, casket you would like. We can set up pre-funding arrangements designed specifically for end-of-life needs. At Ballman Mortuary, we are dedicated to ensuring that your loved one's memories are cherished. See our website at ballmanmortuary.com today for more information.
Picture this.
Is that where he went? Good.
I mean, vibrant red, orange, and yellow reflecting off the blue ocean water. Watch the waves washing which is where kids bury their siblings up to their necks next to giant sandcastles. As you picture this in your mind's eye, is it perfect, or do you have to squint because it's blurry? Make sure your actual eyes see as vibrant as your mind's eye. Get your vision examined today. The Funk Optometry in downtown Colby.
White numbering or something?
Funk Optometry. See it as you picture it. Now back to more of the Eagles on Radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Out of the timeout, Shippers fakes the handoff to Stapp, rolls to his left, throws down the field, has a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Rosales. Isaac Rosales takes it in from 29 yards out. The second touchdown connection between Shippers and Rosales today. So Colby with a 29-yard touchdown out of the timeout. Second one of the game for Jordan Shippers and for Isaac Rosales. It was a good rollout that time. They faked it to Stapp up the middle, and Russell bid on the fake, and Shippers able to roll out and find the open receiver on the play. 2-point conversion attempt is up and no good. Stapp up the middle, couldn't get it in. So it's 14-0. Colby leading. Again, last night, Scott City and Beloit played, and Scott City won that one 55-14. So they played earlier. Concordia and Goodland, they're playing tonight too. That was another game moved up. They moved up quite a bit. I think it was a 4:30 kickoff on that one tonight in Concordia. The Eagles leading this one 14-0 with 7:20 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah. Got a lot of drop downs.
We'll get set to go again here. Hagen Bowie will kick it away for Colby. Kick goes over on the right side, and it's picked up before it goes out of bounds by Russell. They should have let it go. It would have been a penalty on Colby, and Russell would have had it at the 35. But they tried to grab it, and Stapp knocked it loose. It goes out of bounds before he's able to get possession of it. So it'll be Russell football at the 25-yard line. So the Broncos will get set to go here. Austin Price out of the shotgun. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, 1 back in the backfield with him. Price, high snap, able to get to it, fakes a handoff, throws it over the middle, incomplete on the slant. Shippers on the coverage that time. And the pass on the play intended we'll get in a second here. Concordia leading Goodland 34-0. That game's at the half tonight. 34-0 Concordia over Goodland. Here's the snap. Russell looking to the right side. This is completed. A short pass. It's going to end up being about a 4-yard. Give him 5 on the gain out to the 30-yard line. A quick one. Slant to the outside. Poshbus on the reception. Eagles will get set again here. 3rd down and 5. Big play for Colby. Russell with Price awaiting the snap. A very high snap over his head. It's bouncing around at about the 15-yard line. Colby trying to get back there and get the stop, and they're going to get there. Good job by the Eagles. They had a couple of players back there. Bowie was one of them. The other one was Thomas Klein. And it's going to bring up 1st and 10. And here's the kick on the punt that's going to be fielded by Colby at the 42-yard line and returned out to about the 47. On the play, Rosales returning it for Colby, and Eagles will start with great field position again. There is a penalty flag back on the play, and this is back where the punt was. The Eagles will get set here waiting on the penalty. The officials having a conference here. And the penalty came clear back in the backfield. And now we're waiting for the indication here. The white hat coming over to make the call. And it's an illegal procedure call against the Russell Broncos. So now it's decision time for Colby here and how they want this to be adjudicated, or if they do. I mean, they've got the ball on the 47, 48-yard line, so pretty good field position from there. You mark off 5 yards from that. So they'll start on the 47 of Russell instead of the 47 of Colby, or 48 of Colby. Now here's the deal here, too, is they could have had him re-kick that from 5 yards further back, but again, with the field position you had, there's no point. Take it. Basco in the backfield now for Colby, along with Bowie and Shippers. Mason Wright split wide to the left side. Basco in motion to the left. And it's a little inside reverse. Hand off to Rosales, who breaks it up the middle and pounds his way down to the 30-yard line. And a huge run by the Eagles on 1st down. So Rosales will get the 1st down to the 30 of the Broncos, and it'll be 1st and 10 to go for Colby from there. Again, the Eagles leading tonight by a score of 14-0. They'll head back to the line of scrimmage here. 2 receivers left. Shippers gets the snap. Handoff up the middle. Bowie on the carry. Pounds his way to the 25. Gain of about 4 or maybe 5 on 1st down, depending on the spot. And a nice run for Colby. Russell's done a pretty good job actually up the middle tonight and especially on the right side of the defense. And stopping Colby or slowing him down, but the Eagles have done well picking on the left side of the Russell D. This time it's going to go up the middle. Bowie on the carry again, hit, pounds his way forward, across the 20 and down to the 16-yard line on the play. And 10 yards for Hagen Bowie on that one, another first down for Colby. Deep in Russell Bronco territory. As we're in the red zone at the 16. Clouds starting to move in here in Russell. Just enough to block the sun, which I won't complain about. Here's the snap. Shippers gets it, throws to the right side. Catch is made by Baskell. Baskell inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line. And Aiden Baskell going to pick up about 6 yards. Eagles throwing the ball well today. They have 2 touchdown passes already in the game from Shippers to Rosales on both of them. 4:35 to go here in the opening quarter. Colby is on top, 14-0 and threatening again. Rosales split wide to the left side. Shippers, Bowie in the backfield. Baskell in motion from right to left. Jordan gets the snap, rolling to his left, looking, throwing, and dumping it off underneath this time. Baskell on the reception. Baskell pounding his way inside the 5 to the 4, down to about the 3. It'll be a first down and goal to go for Colby from there. He was looking at Rosales. It's a play that got a touchdown, the first touchdown on earlier in the game. This time, though, instead of going to Rosales, the deeper man in the pattern, he was underneath to Baskell, who makes the catch. So first down and 4 to go for Colby. Again, Baskell in there. You have Bowie split out wide to the right side. Shippers fakes the handoff to Baskell, takes it into the end zone himself. Touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers gets it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles strike again here in the opening quarter with 4:01 to go.
He has a single touchdown here.
And the Eagles will get set for a 2-point conversion attempt here. Rosales split to the left side. Baskell to the right side along with Mason Wright. Shippers gets the snap, looking left side. Little slant pattern caught by Rosales. The 2-point conversion attempt is good. So it's Colby 22 and Russell 0. Shippers 3 touchdowns in the game.
Scott City traveled away from last night. Won the ball game 55-12. And at halftime,
Colby getting the 2 touchdown passes from Shippers to Rosales, and then Shippers on the 4-yard run on the last one. Calvin Stapp was not in on that possession. Hopefully he is all right. Eagles trying to be careful. You want to be healthy this time of the year for sure. Not going to take any chances with injured players. So Colby will get set to kick it away again. Hagen Bowie to kick it away for Colby. The special teams have been good for Russell on the season. They've had a couple of special team scores. Colby trying to make sure that that's not the case today. The last kickoff was kind of a little pooch over to the right side, got way up in the air and hit the ground right in front of the Russell player. Some of those tough decisions, too, for the Russell player. They had Stapp streaking down the sideline, which, by the way, he is back in the ball game. Would have went out of bounds had they let it bounce, but also you had that question of does Stapp get there in time? The pooch kick going to be caught at the 25-yard line, and a nice return going here across midfield. On the return that time was A.J. Oste. So Oste gets the ball into Colby territory. We talked about their special teams being one of the things that have been very good for the Broncos on the year, and you saw it there on that play. Really going to spread the field on this one. 5 receivers set, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Price. Looks to the sideline for the play. Price surveys the defense here on 1st and 10. Gets the snap, looking deep down the field, throws over the middle, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by Calvin Stapp. Stapp at the 40-yard line, up to midfield, spins away from the defender, down to the 45, 40, 35, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at around the 32, 33-yard line to see where the spot is, but a nice pick by Stapp. Colby's had two other ones that they should have had picked in this game that they didn't hang on to. That one, Stapp able to secure and make a nice return on the play, and Colby with good field position. Second turnover of the game by the Russell Broncos. So Stapp will be in the wing back to the right side. Offset I formation with two backs in there with Shippers out of the pistol. One receiver to the right as well. Handoff's going to go to the second man through, Isaac Rosales, behind the lead block that time of Hagen Bowie. And not much for that one. Good job by the Russell defense getting through there and hitting Bowie after a short gain. About a yard. 2nd and 9 to go. The Eagles look to the sideline to get the play. Bowie will line up a wing back to the right side. Rosales a wing back to the left. We have an official's timeout here as they work on the helmet of one of the Russell players, making sure it's securely strapped. It is. We're ready to go. Stapp the lone back behind Shippers. Bowie in motion from right to left. The Eagles will hand it off to Stapp up the middle behind Bowie, and Calvin gets forward for positive yardage before being brought down inside the 30, down to the 20, about the 28, I think is where they're going to spot this. So it's going to bring up 3rd down now and about 6 to go for Colby. Of course, 4 down territory here for Colby as we're down to about 2:51 to go in the first quarter. Rosales in motion. Here's a pitch to him on the right side. Good blocking in front of him. Isaac looking to turn the corner. He does at the 20, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at around the 15-yard line. Nice run by Isaac Rosales, and that's just kind of the old student body right play by the Eagles. So 1st down for Colby, 15-yard line of the Broncos. Eagles have really picked on the left side of the defense for the Broncos. Eagles set to go again. Stapp and Rosales to the left side. Stapp the wing back. Rosales wide to the left. Shippers in the pistol. Bowie behind him. It'll be a handoff to Bowie up the middle. Hagen inside the 10. And that's a good gain of about 6 yards on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And just a nice power play right up the middle for the Eagles. Colby looking to the sideline here with a 2nd down and 4 to go. Wright split out wide to the right side. Stapp in the slot that direction. Handoff going to go to Rosales, and Isaac hit at the line and stopped. Good job that time by the Russell defense. Getting in there immediately is Whitmire. And that's a loss of a yard on the play, back to the 11. So 3rd down and about 6 to go for Colby. Eagles will break the huddle again with Mason Wright to the left side. Metcalf winds up as tight end to the right side. Stapp in motion to the left. And this will be the pitch play. Stapp catches, has blockers in front of him, cuts it back, makes a nice move, and pounds his way down to about the 5. It'll depend on the on the spot there for Stapp whether he gets the 1st down or not, but he's pretty close. Well, good cutback by Calvin Stapp as he didn't have it initially, and he makes the cutback and was able to get positive yardage. And again, it's going to be a little bit short. 4th down and about a foot to go, the length of the football. Wright split to the left side. Metcalf tight end right. Bowie the fullback in front of Shippers. Stapp behind him, and Colby trying to draw him off. They didn't snap the football on the play. They look to get the call from the sideline. Shippers gets it. Handoff Calvin Stapp. He's got the 1st down. Breaking to the left side. Spinning and diving forward. Touchdown, Stapp. Gets in there. What an effort by Calvin Stapp. Hit in the backfield and was able to get himself free from several defenders before getting it into the end zone. So a 6-yard touchdown run for Calvin Stapp. And the Eagles on the board again. What a run by Stapp. And Colby will get set for another 2-point conversion attempt. Eagles get the snap to Shippers, throws to the right side, looking for Stapp, incomplete. A little too far in front of him. So the conversion attempt is no good. It's 28-0 over Russell. We are down to 26 seconds remaining here in the first quarter of play tonight. Eagles off to a great start here. They've gotten a couple of turnovers from Russell and then have been very efficient offensively. They had the one drive where Russell stopped them. The second drive on the game that came off of a Russell turnover. In fact, it was the first play for Russell from scrimmage tonight, and they fumbled it in the exchange between quarterback and running back. And then after that, Colby's been able to they were stopped at the 30. They got the ball on the 30-yard line to start the drive of Russell, but they were stopped in 4 plays there. But outside of that, the other 4 possessions of the game have all been touchdowns for the Eagles. Colby will get set to kick it away. Bowie will handle the kickoffs. A little different approach to him tonight. They've been doing these kind of high, short-angled kicks. Very high by Bowie. And trying to be able to get a return on it. This time, kind of pooches it down to about the 24-yard line, what's picked up by Russell. And Colby there to make the stop. Thane Wilderman, the first man there for Colby. Also in on the stop for the Eagles was Cade Lanning. So here's the Eagle defense onto the field again. Russell will get set offensively here for Austin Price. 21 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. Colby up 28-0. Price awaits the snap, gets it here. Read option play. He'll tuck and keep it himself, trying to get to the corner, but Stapp is there and drags him down for a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards. And good job by Calvin Stapp staying at home that time, as they faked the handoff to the right side and then went back to the left on the quarterback keeper. And that will bring us to the end of quarter number 1. It's 28-0. Colby on top after 1 quarter of play. We'll be back with more of the Eagles on radio and Colby football in just a minute.
Wow.
A typical reaction from homeowners who just walked into a kitchen by Northwest Kansas Decorating Center. We call it the wow factor.
Wow.
And the reaction of others when they see their cabinet, countertop, and backsplash work. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center can take your bland kitchen and make it grand with the finest countertops and flooring designed and installed by their professional team. Go to nwksdecoratingcenter.com and get ready to be
Wow. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center, West 4th Street in Colby. Pizza Hut, Colby, Kansas is the place to explore flavor. Whether it's classic flavor like pepperoni, meat lovers, or super supreme, or something less traditional like the cherry pepper bombshell, the cockadoodle bacon, or nearly a dozen flavors of Queen Street wheat. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas has your flavor tonight. Stop by for the amazing lunch buffet, dine in anytime, or call 462-8206 for delivery. Pizza Hut in Colby, Kansas. That's the flavor of now. Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. Russell with the ball out of the timeout. They'll hand it off to their big power back up the middle. And that is Glenn Law, who gets close to a first down. And they're going to spot it right at midfield. And I think he's got it, but they're going to bring the chains out to make sure. So the chains will come out. And we'll find out here. And boy, that is close. They got this chain stretched and they still had to get down and look at it. That's how close it was. But it will be first down for Russell. Excuse me. So the Broncos will have it 1st and 10. Ball is on midfield. 3 receivers to the right side for the Broncos, 1 receiver to the left side. Shotgun here for Price. Law in the backfield with him. Colby showing blitz. The snap is high. Law picks up the blitz, but the Eagles get back in there and will get the stop. Loss on the play. Rowdy Farr in there on the stop for Colby, and the Eagles banged up again, and that is Corey Finley he'll stay in the game, but he's shaken up a little on the play, and we have an official timeout here to check on him. And Colby upset because they made him take a timeout on that, and the player was injured. And the Eagles very upset about it on the sideline here. Saying, hey, we shouldn't have had to take a timeout there for an injured player to get him off the field. And they're still having discussions here. But it is Russell football, and they didn't charge Colby with the timeout. Looks like they're originally upset with that, and now I don't know what it is, but the coaching staff for the Eagles not happy with something that happened on that play. Was a good play for Colby. Loss of 2 for Russell. The Eagles got the sack. 2nd down, 12 to go for the Broncos. They'll get the snap. Hand off to Law on the right side, and Colby there to meet him at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play, or actually give him 2 yards on the play. Gets back to near the original line of scrimmage. Stop on the play came from Tucker Branham, the middle linebacker for Colby, who's had a great season. 3rd down and 11 to go. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Russell. Law in the backfield with Austin Price. Law, a big kid. Colby pressuring, and Price looking and just throws it away. I don't think that got to the line of scrimmage, and that's something they need to discuss on this. That landed short of the 50, and now they are going to discuss this. He's outside of the pocket, so it's not grounding there, but it's got to get to the line of scrimmage. And I'm not sure it did, but no penalty called on the play. And it's a punting situation for Russell here, although they're not in a punting formation now. They'll get into one here. So Braden Gibson will get set to punt it away. Stabbing Rosales deep for Colby. Gibson, the snap is bobbled. He gets to it, though, and gets a line drive kick away. Colby trying to clear out here. It's going to roll down to the 28. And that is where the Eagles will start on the drive. Bobbled that snap. It bounced once. The Eagles were in more of a return set up there instead of they weren't attacking, so really nobody back there. He had time to pick it up and get the punt away. So the Eagle offense takes over for the first time in the second quarter. They put up 28 in the first. The Eagles getting everybody in the ball game. Branham makes his way back in. That right guard for Colby. Eagles to the line of scrimmage. Get the snap here. Shippers will hand it off on the right side. Rosales kicks it out to the right edge. Rosales at the 40, at the 50. A penalty flag is down the field as he's out of bounds, and they're going to spot him out at about the 38. There's a flag down at around the 45, somewhere in there. We may have had an illegal block. A block in the back, but we'll see what the call is from the official here. Usually when you see a flag in that area, that's what it is. Although stranger things have happened. And we'll have a nice long conference here with the officiating crew to determine it. All right, the conference is over. They've made their dinner plans. And we'll find out the results here. Merides, I think, is what they're going with. It is a block in the back. I think it gets Colby. So we'll mark them back here. It should still be a first down. And it comes from the spot of the infraction, was which they're saying was the 45-yard line of Russell. And now they're talking again, and I think just discussing the spot here now. They'll march them back here. So the 10-yard penalty will give the Colby the football to 44-yard line. So the Eagles will have a 1st and 10 to go from the 44 of Colby. The Eagles will have Mason Wright split out, Bryson Metcalf wide to the right side. Snap high, Shippers pulls it down, hands it off right side to Rosales. Isaac with a nice piece of running, breaks a couple of tackles across midfield and down to the 49-yard line. Gain of about 7 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and 3. The Eagles will get set again. Again, they are into Russell territory again. One receiver to the right and a wingback to the right as well. Handoff to Stapp up the middle. He's got a 1st down and a bunch more. He's going to get all the way across the 40 and down to the 38 is where they're going to spot him of. Russell. 1st and 10 to go for the Eagles from there. Eagles set again here. 2 receivers to the right. Rosales to the left. Bowie in motion from left to right. Will line up on the wing back that side. They'll pull the guard in front of Shippers, and Shippers is gone. 20-10 touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers going to take it in from 38 yards out. A tremendous block by Bowie, but also Thomas Klein, the pulling guard coming from left to right, busted that hole open, and Shippers untouched, taking that one in. Tremendous job up front by the offensive line opening that one up. And Colby again will get set for the 2-point conversion. Double tight in set, one back in the backfield. And a penalty flag flies. It'll be a legal procedure against the Eagles prior to the play here, obviously. So again, we'll try it again from 5 yards further out. Shippers with that touchdown. That is his 4th touchdown of the game. 2 through the air and 2 on the ground tonight. Procedure penalty against Colby makes the 2-point conversion try from the 7-yard line. Metcalf wide to the right side for Colby. Stapp in the wingback to the right. Rosales in the backfield. They'll fake the handoff to him. Shippers rolling to his right. Has a man. Caught by Bowie. Hagan stretches it over the pylon in the corner of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So it goes to 36-0 now in favor of Colby. And we're down to 9:31 to play here in the 2nd quarter tonight. And Colby dominant here in the first half of this football game. Again, weather was a big factor coming in and concerns coming in. So far it's held off. In fact, it was really, really nice when we started the ball game tonight. But we are seeing cloud build up now out toward the south and the west. The Eagles will get set to kick it away again. Colby has touchdowns by Shippers. Again, he's got 4 of them on the night. 2 passing touchdowns, both of those to Rosales. A couple of rushing touchdowns. Again, Rosales with 2 receiving touchdowns, and Calvin Stapp with a rushing touchdown on the night. And they'll get set to kick it away again. A couple of turnovers for Russell has not helped the cause tonight for the Broncos. But the Eagles' defense has been pretty good in the contest. Russell's had some opportunities. They've had a couple of slants that have been dropped in the game. This kickoff by Bowie going to go into the end zone. Touchback. Nice kick that time. Colby with a deeper one that time, and they get it into the end zone. So Russell will get set offensively here to start the drive on their own 20-yard line. Price will be set in the shotgun with 3 receivers left and 1 to the right. 1 back in the backfield with him. Price gets the snap. Hands it off on the right side. Bowie there to make the stop. No gain on the play. A.J. Oste on the carry for the Russell Broncos. But again, Hagan Bowie, the first man there for Colby. Bowie lines up on the right side. Slavin's on the left side this time. Shotgun for Price. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gets the snap. Handoff's going to go up the middle, and Colby had the hit initially, but the running back, Oste, breaking some tackles. He's across midfield before he's finally drugged down. We'll see where they spot it at the 44-yard line. About a 33, 34-yard run on the play for a first down. Again, one of those that just missed tackles by the Eagles. They had him in the backfield. And a good piece of running there, spinning to get loose. Law comes back in now in the backfield. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left for Austin Price, who awaits the chains to get set here before he'll snap the ball. Good to go. Price gets the snap. Takes the handoff to Law, throws it over the middle, incomplete. Had a man there throwing it a little bit behind the intended receiver. Shipper's got a hand on it as well on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 to go. They've had some players open on those quick slants tonight, but they just have not connected on it. Second and 10 for the Broncos. 3 receivers right, 1 left again. Glenn Law, the back in the backfield. Again, they'll fake the handoff to him. They'll complete the pass over on the right side, but an immediate tackle made by the Eagles, and that's Tucker Branham on the stop. Middle linebacker in on another stop for Colby. 3-yard gain on the play makes it 3rd down and 7 to go for the Broncos. Both teams similar, and they look to the sideline for signals, check their wristbands for the play. Russell, 3 receivers right, 1 to the left, and Glenn Law, the big guy, in the backfield with Price. Price gets the snap, backs up, rolling, looking to his right side. They got a screen set up. The catch is made, but an immediate tackle pulled down by Price on the play. And we've got a penalty flag there. Bryson Metcalf on the stop. The penalty is against the Broncos, but again, it's a loss on the play, so Colby going to decline that. It'll bring up 4th down and 12 to go for the Broncos. And we'll see what Russell does here, trailing by 28 points. They are in Colby territory at the 45-yard line, I would imagine. I mean, you're kind of in that no man's land here where you could try to pin Colby deep, but you can get a 8 or 9 yard gain. If you come up short, you're giving Colby less yardage. So the Eagles discussing the call here with the white hat, and you can see Coach on the sideline saying decline, 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 and now maybe not. Well, the holding does come from the spot of the foul, not from the line of scrimmage. So the spot of the foul was a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, so you take them quite a ways back here with this. And now Russell going to take a timeout to discuss this. They're going to have a 3rd down to go. 3rd and about 22. And Russell again discussing things here on the sideline. Colby will be on the road again next week traveling to take on undefeated Scott City. That will be a fun battle next week with these two teams. And the game over in Concordia, 47-0. Concordia beats Goodland tonight. That one is a final score. $47-0. Concordia winning over Goodland tonight. Scott City winning last night over Beloit, 55-14 was the final of that game. So a couple of games already completed. And of course, this one's starting early tonight, and it may have been a good thing because we are starting to see clouds and storms build up to the west here. We have 7:47 to go in the first half here. Colby up 36-0. Snap is high, gets over the quarterback's head on 3rd and long, and he's going to fall on it. Clear back at the 24-yard line. They've had a couple of those. Now it's 4th down and forever. They got to get to Nebraska for this one. And the Eagles will get set for the punt. A couple of times tonight they've had that snap get over the head of the quarterback. And 4th and forever here. Awaiting the snap here on the punt. It is there. They get the kick away. Short punt, going to bounce shy of midfield. Colby trying to get away from it. It'll roll across midfield and stop at the Eagle 46. So good field position for Colby here. Wasn't the prettiest punt in the world, but it got it done. Anytime the ball hits the ground on a punt, you're going to get about 15 yards usually on the kicking team. And that was definitely the case there. So the Eagles take over, 6:47 to go now. The Eagles with Snap and Bowie in an offset I formation. Bowie kind of in the wing. He'll go in motion from right to left. Shippers will get the snap. Hands it off. Snap. Calvin getting to the outside, looking for the hole to turn it up. He finds it at the 40, down the sideline, and he'll be drugged down inside the 30 to the 28. And another first down for Colby into Russell territory. And we are watching weather in the distance here. 1st and 10 to go for Colby. 28-yard line of Russell. Right to the left side along with Rosales, who's in the wing. Two-back split behind Shippers. Handoff's going to go to Bowie up the middle. Hagan hit at the line, drives his way across the 35 and down to the 34. And that's a gain of about 4 on first down, almost 5. So 2nd down and 6 to go for the Eagles. 6:20 to go here. 2nd quarter of play. Colby up 36-0 tonight. And a timeout has been taken by Colby. Oops, the Eagles with 1 timeout remaining now here in the half. And they didn't like something they saw there. It's first down. Or excuse me, 2nd down and about 6 to go for the Eagles when we get going again. So the Eagles getting set. 2nd down, 6. Colby back to the line of scrimmage, out of the timeout. Baskell to the left side. Stapp and Metcalf to the right side. Shippers out of the pistol. Jordan rolling to his right side, looking, throws and has a man, and incomplete, and then nearly intercepted. Went in and out of the hands of Bryson Metcalf, just couldn't hang on to it. And then it popped into the air, and one of the Russell players had a shot at getting to it, but he couldn't. So it's going to bring up third down. Wasn't a bad throw. Shippers had it in a catchable spot, but Metcalf couldn't quite hang on. Third down for Colby. Metcalf to the right side. Stapp and Bowie and the wings to the right side. Here's the high snap, but Shippers gets it and finds Baskell up the middle, and Aiden's going to get it across the 20 and down to about the 17, which should be enough for the first down. It is. Wind starting to pick up here in Russell. And as we keep an eye on the weather. First and 10 to go, ball on the 17. Right to the left side for Colby. Baskell in the slot to the left. Stapp in motion. Here's the pitch. Calvin's going to get it. Looks for the corner. Waits for the blockers. They're not there, and it's well played by Russell. In on the stop for the Broncos is Kyler Fritchen. So Fritchen gets the stop, and it's a loss of maybe a half a yard or so on the play. It'll bring up second down and a long 10. Eagles look to the sideline for the play. Stapp, Metcalf to the right side. Baskell, wing back to the right. Shippers gets the snap rolling right. Looking and throwing, has a man in the end zone. Stapp, incomplete. Overthrew him in the corner of the end zone. And it brings up third and 11. And I do need to make a correction. That was the end of the third quarter on the Concordia Goodland game. 47-0, end of the third. Third and 11 here. Metcalf and Stapp to the right. Shippers in the pistol has Bowie behind him. He'll fake the handoff to Bowie. Shippers rolling to the right. Throwing and incomplete. I think he got confused that time. That was an offensive lineman there on the right side. It was Tucker Branham who had pulled on the play. And Branham, that ball was going right to him. The Shippers saw thought it was 40, but that was 50. And Branham did a nifty job of doing a little olay to get away from the football, because it would have been a penalty had it hit him. Ineligible receiver. Fourth down for Colby in 11. Stapp to the right side. Metcalf and Baskell to the left side. Bowie in the backfield with Jordan. Shippers rolling right. Throwing, looking in the end zone for Stapp, and it is caught but not in bounds. What a circus catch by Calvin Stapp, but couldn't get his feet down in the boundary, so the turnover on downs. And Russell will take over on their own 18-yard line. 4:53 to go here in the first half of the game. Colby on top 36-0. Temperature dropping, the wind's coming up. You can kind of feel the moisture in the air. Russell, three receivers right, one to the left, one back in the backfield. Price awaits the snap. It's there. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself on the left side, avoids a couple of tackles, but Stapp able to bring him down for no gain on the play. Colby strung it out, and Calvin finished it off. Second and 10. Russell again, three receivers right, one to the left. Baskell, Metcalf and Shippers in coverage on the left side. Rosales in coverage over there on the receiver to the right. Blitz coming from Colby up the middle. Quarterback under pressure, takes off running, hit and drugged down. And the Eagles in there immediately. A great job by Rowdy Farr, who will get the stop. It is a loss on the play. So a sack. It'll bring up third down at about 13. Farr got the stop, and a good job by the Eagles pressuring. They had the blitz coming up the middle with Branham. So 3rd and long here for Price and the Broncos. Price gets the snap. They had a screen set up and set up well. Caught underneath and close to first down yard. It's going to be short. He got 11 yards, but he needed 13. So it brings up 4th down and a couple, but again, deep in their own territory. It's a punting situation for Russell here. Again, it's 36-0. Russell has nothing to lose either, so you got to be have your head on a swivel here. Snap deep for Colby, back at about the 45-yard line. Snap is there, and they'll get the kick away. Snap not going to have a chance on this one. It's angled to the sideline, and that's going to bounce and roll down to the 43. And that's where Colby will take over to start this possession. With 2:52 to go here in the first half of play.
Booster Club is still drawing place at halftime. And if you have the supper yet,
so Colby he spotted it at the 43. That's where they'll start the drive. Colby with Metcalf and Stapp to the right side. Shippers out of the pistol. Hands it off to Rosales, who starts up the middle, kicks it to the right side, dives forward for near first down yardage on the play. They're going to spot him a tad short. Gain of 9. We'll be running a lot of these little counter power type plays where they'll pull the guard across to open things up, and running back following behind. Colby set again. Rosales in motion from left to right. Shippers gets the snap. It's high. He'll take it himself up the middle. Has a first down down to the 41-yard line. Nice gain of 6 yards for Jordan. 1st and 10 to go. Colby with the football on the 41. Eagles looking to the sideline again here. Clock at 2:11 to go here in the first half. One receiver split out wide to the right side. Shippers with the snap, hands it off to Rosales. Hitting the backfield, gets free. And he's forward for just a couple of yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8, but looked like he was going to be brought down for a loss of a couple. And nice hard running by Rosales. Eagles again. Mason Wright to the left side. Shippers turns, hands it off. Stapp on the carry this time. Dances around, waits for the hole that doesn't develop. He does get 3 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 5. Minute 19 to go in the half here. Colby looking to the sideline. 3rd and 6. Eagles in no hurry here as we're starting to see fans going for the rain gear. We have the sprinkle coming down now. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Shippers gets the snap. Looking left, throws, and complete to Rosales for a first down at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. 42 seconds to go in the half. Colby will hustle to the line of scrimmage here. I think you're going to spike the football and stop the clock. Shippers looking to the sideline. They blow the ball ready for play. He'll back up into the pistol now and take the snap. Jordan gets it, rolling to his right side. Oh, he's got Stapp wide open by himself, and it's incomplete. Oh, my. Ran out of room on the sideline on that one, and Stapp couldn't pull it in. But I tell you what, there wasn't a Russell Bronco within 10 yards of Calvin Stapp on that one. 30 seconds to go in the half with the clock stopped on the incompletion.
Stop the PA.
75%.
Eagles
75%.
with Wright and Stapp to the right side. 47-3 the final score. Goodland did put up 3 before the end of that one. Shippers rolling to the right side. Has a man again. Down the field. Caught. Touchdown. This time they connect. Shippers to Stapp. A 28-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles get another one here before the half. And that comes with 22 seconds to go in the half. And the Eagles will once again get set for the 2-point conversion. Colby with Stapp wide to the right side. Gonzalez wide to the left side. Shippers throws a quick slant to Stapp, caught for the 2-point conversion. So it's 44 for Colby, nothing for Russell. Again with 22 seconds left in the half. And Eagles will get set to kick it away again. Third passing touchdown of the game for Shippers. To go along with a couple of rushing touchdowns. He's had a pretty good first half. There was an injured player down for Colby on that one. And again, that's Finley, I believe, but he's able to run off the field under his own power. He's all right. So now the Eagles will get set to kick it away again with 22 seconds left, leading 44-0. Kicking team coming out for Colby. Eagles to kick it away again. Rain clouds moving into the area now. No thunderstorm type stuff yet, but it's not far away. Here's the kick by Bowie. Deep kick again. That is bobbled by the deep man for Russell. Finally picked up at about the 7-yard line. And Colby there quickly. The stop made at the 15, and there's going to be a hit on Slavens after the play. He came in a little late and nailed the player for Russell. And that's going to add 15 yards to it. As the officials discuss it here. And the conference still going on here with the white hat and his crew. And I don't think there was any doubt Xavier got there a little late. There's 2 officials threw flags on the play. Personal foul shot to the head here. On Xavier Slavens. So that'll tack 15 yards on the end of this play. And they will. They'll spot it at the 30 is where Russell will end up taking over on the play. Broncos will have 15 seconds to work with, trailing 44-0 here. Just before the first half. Shotgun again for Price. Colby showing blitz. They'll bring it up the middle. Price scrambling for his life, throws and dumps it off underneath on the right side. Just throws it away. 2nd and 10 to go. Good decision by Price. Stops the clock and prevents the sack. The Eagles were bringing the heat that time. Shotgun again. Here comes the blitz up the middle again from Colby. They'll bust through. Handoff goes left side, and there's running room here. And the rest of the players should have went out of bounds. He ends up getting drilled by Shippers and a host of other Eagles. And the ball may have come loose there. The Eagles are saying it did. The officials are saying no. He's down there. Gain of 8 on the play. And that's going to bring us to the end of the half. 44-0. Colby on top at the end of the first half of play. We'll take a break. Come back and get things started with our Cornerstone Ag halftime show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
You have a name, so the next time you travel to that big city Mega Monster sporting goods store, ask them if they know your name.
Well, give me a minute.
Ask them if they know Northwest Kansas and the tri-state area.
Northwest, where? Is that Wisconsin or something? You know what, I'm only part-time here anyway.
Now visit the Sports Shop in Colby.
Good morning, Sally. Looks like a promising year for the Eagles.
The Sports Shop offers the same great variety and selection as the mega super-duper sporting goods stores, but they're small enough to remember your name, your school mascot, solve problems, and answer questions. The Sports Shop in Colby.
Losing a loved one can be the most difficult experience you ever go through. But at Kirstenbrock Funeral Chapel, we are ready to ease your burden during your time of grief. We serve all of Northwest Kansas and offer reliable and professional services, including funerals, monuments, and memorial plots. Contact Kirstenbrock Funeral at 785-462-7979. Let us help you with your life. That's 785-462-7979 or online at KirstenbrockFuneralChapel.com. Service Master in Colby, Kansas wants you to know that your carpet is like a huge air system, trapping dust mites, pollen, bacteria, and every time you walk across your carpet, you stir those things up in the air. You and your family are breathing all that in. It can irritate lungs, complicate asthma, even make you sick. But for more than 50 years, Service Master Clean has been serving both residential and commercial customers. The pros at Service Master will do whatever it takes to make sure you and your family live in a happy, healthy, clean home. Call Service Master at 785-462-3423 to get started today.
Well, fall is here, and so are the fall fashions at Plum Creek Limited, with more arriving daily. Just like fall, bright and crisp colors are found for ladies from fancy to casual, a good group of Missy sizes, and for the guys, sports jackets, dress shirts and pants, casual shirts like polos and sweaters, and check out the sale rack. Plum Creek is plumb full of name brand jeans, too, a lot of jeans. Remember, they rent tuxedos at Plum Creek Limited, 475 North Franklin, downtown Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag halftime show and the Eagles on radio here on 100.3 The Ride. At the half, it's 44-0. Colby on top of Russell here in this district football game tonight. It's been a fun one for the Eagles. They have come out ready to go here in this one tonight and got off the bus going. Russell has not helped themselves. They've had a couple of turnovers in the first half, one that proved to be very costly as the Eagles were able to score on. The other one, again, Colby had opportunities, but Russell got the job done defensively and made the stop, despite the Eagles taking over on the Russell 30-yard line. But a good, solid first half of football for Colby tonight, and opportunity now again to get some of these youngsters in here in the second half. We do, again, as we're checking radar here before the game, the rain is very close to Russell now. There are no warnings as of yet, but there is, you can see some of the red building in this storm and picking up a little on in intensity to the south of us. So we will keep an eye on that as things continue here tonight. We did get through the first half with a 44-0 Eagle lead, so the second half of the game will be continuous clock. Tonight. They will not stop it unless there's a timeout called. And again at the quarter, but that is it. We do have some sprinkles that have started here in Russell. In fact, looks like got a little rain that has started to come down here in Russell now. So we'll be wet here in the second half of the game. Let's do our scoring summary and highlights from the first half of the football game tonight. The Eagles got it going on their first possession of the game after a 65-yard run by Calvin Stapp. They cap it off with a 4-yard touchdown pass from Jordan Shippers to Isaac Rosales.
To his right. Jordan looking.
to his right. Jordan looking to throw, completes it on the left side to Rosales. Turns the corner and gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Colby. Isaac Rosales takes it in.
The Eagles got the 2-point conversion as well. They led 8-0 with 11:32 to go in the first. Their second touchdown of the first quarter, also a hookup between Jordan Shippers and Isaac Rosales. This one for 29 yards.
The end zone himself. Touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers takes it in from 4 yards out. The Eagles strike again here in the opening quarter with 4:01 to go.
That was the third touchdown of the game, with Shippers taking it in from 4 yards out. 2-point conversion attempt on that drive was good. 22-0 to score. The Eagles were not done in the opening quarter, though. They got their fourth touchdown of the opening quarter with 26 seconds to go on a 6-yard touchdown run, this one by Calvin Stapp.
Louis in motion from left to right. The line up on the wing back that side. They'll pull the guard in front of Shippers, and Shippers is gone. 20-10, touchdown, Colby. Jordan Shippers going to take it in from 38 yards out. A tremendous block by Bowie. Also, Thomas Klein, the pulling guard, coming from left to right, boxed that hole open, and Shippers on taking that one in.
So Stapp gets a 6-yard touchdown. Shippers with the 38-yard touchdown. 2-point conversion good on that one, and it was 36-0 in favor of Colby. That was with 9:31 to go in the second quarter. The Eagles got their final score of the first half with 22 seconds to go on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Shippers to Stapp.
As a man again, down the field, caught, touchdown. This time they connect, Shippers to Stapp. A 28-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles get another one here before the half.
2-point conversion was good. 44-0 the score. Colby led at the half. Again, rain coming down here in Russell tonight. Keep us here. We'll keep you up to date with the latest on that and how it plays out with the second half of football to come here in about 10 minutes or so. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show, brought to you by Cornerstone Ag with all your grain storage, marketing, and handling needs. See Eric Sperber and the crew today at Cornerstone Ag. Back with more in just a minute.
Unlock the full potential of your outdoor space with a Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series tractor, residential zero-turn mower, or Pro Z professional zero-turn mower. Every Cub Cadet machine is engineered with you in mind to deliver incredible strength, durability, comfort, and performance from best-in-class features to help you accomplish more than ever before. So you can spend less time worrying about your yard and more time enjoying. Test drive American-built strength today at Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas, your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer for expert advice, superior service, and exceptional offers.
Hello, this is JLM, Western State Bank in Colby, located at our new Home on the Range, 1750 South Range. We offer many convenient banking products and services here at Western State Bank. In fact, are you looking at purchasing a new home, refinancing for a better rate, or looking at a cash-out refinance to make some home improvements? If so, please call or come in and visit with one of our home loan experts at any of our convenient locations throughout Western Kansas. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Tom Harrison, Homeland Realty Auction. If you are looking for a home, check out our listings. We offer commercial property, residential listings, and, of course, land. Now, if you're looking to sell, there's never been a better time. Our properties are advertised on the web, homelandre.com, newspapers, and on Facebook. Stop by and see us at our offices in Goodland at 1112 Main and in Colby at 1055 South Range. Let us go to work for you. Homeland Realty Auction.
Taco John's presents Lay the Day Pep Talk.
Boys, this halftime score is not indicative of our talent. We're a lot closer than I thought we'd be, and old Coach has just the thing to get us over the hump. Street tacos from Taco John. You can get them with chicken, or new sirloin steak, or pork carnitas. That's a triple option of awesomeness. Let's go get some.
Get 3 street tacos for just $5 at Taco John's.
Hustle up, boys. If we leave now, we can get back for the fourth quarter.
Lay the day at Taco John's.
Taco John's in Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back to a Russell, Kansas, a rainy Russell, Kansas. Some of the fans clearing out here at halftime as the rain started just before the half. We had some sprinkles. It was picked up a little bit here. It's not terrible right now, but it is coming down. And there's more on the way here. In fact, there's a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect for the southern part, the southwestern part of Russell County. And it's moving to the northeast, so we will again see how that plays into effect here. Did get through the half, though, with Colby up 44-0, and the Eagles will have a continuous clock here in the second half of the ball game tonight. Colby looking to go to 6-0 in the season. Tremendous start. And then get prepared for Scott City next week on the road. But again, a nice first half of football here for Colby. They've taken care of the ball. They've moved it at will. They've created a couple of turnovers in the game as well, which has been huge for Colby. But again, right now the concern is the weather situation, and we'll see how that all plays out. Homecoming here in Russell tonight, and they had to do those homecoming festivities quite early. Again, with the game time being moved up to 5:30, the Goodland game time was moved up as well tonight. They started that one in Concordia at 4:30 tonight, and they were able to come up short in their contest. Concordia won that one 47-3, the final score. Scott City had their game moved up a day early. They played it yesterday, and were able to get a win over Beloit. 55-14 was the final score of that game. Again, played last night with those two teams. So everybody trying to avoid what we're seeing right now, and that's the weather picking up here. We haven't seen any lightning, so to say, as of yet. So rain is fine. You can play in the rain, but lightning would be what would cause a delay here in this one tonight. Of course, it is a turf field here as well in Russell. Very nice field. So it'll handle the water pretty well. It can pour and not affect too much. These drain pretty well. 44-0 the score, though. Colby on top. Again, a great offensive first half for Colby. A little bit of a struggle. I shouldn't say that. We've been great defensively as well. A couple of things I think we'll look at on film going at is some of these quick slants that Russell's had tonight. They've had some open looks. The Broncos just haven't made the catches. And there's been some opportunities there in the game. But outside of that, the Eagles have defended it well. They've played a very good first half of football. We're going to take another break, come back, and continue with more of our Cornerstone Ag halftime show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride.
Just insure your stuff. Strut your stuff with Strut Insurance Services. Darvin and his professional agents in Colby and Brewster represent a wide variety of insurance companies. They can personally shop for a specific company and policy that offer you the absolute best coverage for the best price on most anything you own. Auto, motorcycle, home, crop, farm. If it has a value to you, they can cover it. Strut Insurance Services is locally owned and operated with hometown agents that are experienced and offer fast claims. Located at 1675 West 4th Street in Colby and Brewster. Just look for the big yellow sign of Strut Insurance Services.
Cornerstone Ag is committed to the Northwest Kansas community because they're proud to be a part of it. At Cornerstone Ag, the staff works hard. Your local answer to all of your grain storage and handling needs, as well as a great local marketing resource. Their service is fast and friendly, with questions being answered on site by their professionals. During non-peak times, they can even assist you with pickup and delivery services. Cornerstone Ag, where local customer service is not just a priority, it's the only way they'll do business.
iPhone fans, listen up. NextTech Wireless is launching an amazing new deal. Get 4 new iPhones with unlimited data for less than $40 per line. You heard us right. That price includes the phones and unlimited data. NextTech Wireless has more than 54 locations to serve you. So stop by and get your 4 iPhones with unlimited data for less than $40 per month per line. Certain restrictions apply. Phone guard required and not included in price. Get your 4 new iPhones today at NextTech Wireless.
Wow. A typical reaction from homeowners who just walked into a kitchen by Northwest Kansas Decorating Center. We call it the wow factor.
Wow.
And the reaction of others when they see their cabinet, countertop, and backsplash work. Northwest Kansas Decorating Center can take your bland kitchen and make it grand with the finest cabinets, countertops, and flooring designed and installed by their professional team. Go to nwksdecoratingcenter.com and get ready to be wow.
Northwest Kansas Decorating Center, West 4th Street in Colby.
With more of the Cornerstone Ag halftime show, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Well, welcome back. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby Football on 100.3 The Ride. At the half, Colby 44 and Russell nothing. We talked about a sprinkle that started. That's turned into a light rain, which has turned into a fairly heavy rain coming down here in Russell now. Not pouring, but pretty heavy. The problem we have is there is lightning now to the south. So this game has been delayed. They have put a 20-minute delay up there as of right now. And then, of course, it'll be reassessed and determined when they can start again as the weather situation continues here in Russell. So this is something we kind of feared tonight coming into it. That's why this game was moved up in advance, was to create a little extra time here to try to get it in before the rain. At one point in time, they had moved originally they said the rain would start at 7 and then went to 8 o'clock and then to 10 o'clock. So we thought, man, we're going to get this in before the rain showers came, but that is not the case. They are here. It is pouring, and it's raining heavy. And there is a lot of lightning to our south here in Concordia tonight. And we are in a delay. They have cleared the stands on the two sides. They're trying to get the fans to safety anyway. The good thing for us is we're in a metal press box at the highest point here on the field, so that's good. But we're starting to see this thunderstorm really pick up in intensity. And we're going to shut our window here in the press box to try to keep our equipment dry. For those of you watching online, you can definitely see that now. And we're going to just keep our eyes peeled on things and, again, try to keep you up to date with the weather here. But it is what they've started with, a 20-minute delay for lightning, and we'll see where it goes from there. But, yeah, we saw that picking up to the south. Colby with a great first half of football. They got 5 first-half touchdowns from Jordan Shippers, 3 of them through the air and 2 of them on the ground. Rosales had a couple of receiving touchdowns. Calvin Stapp with 1 receiving and 1 rushing touchdown in the first half. And the Eagles with a very solid offensive performance. A little better on the 2-point conversions tonight as well. They missed their second one of the game, but outside of that, they've been able to convert on their conversion attempts. One of the positives I think you look at for the Eagle offense, too, headed into this, is that the passing game is much improved over the last couple of weeks. It was something early in the season we haven't thrown very well, or didn't throw well, or working on timing, new quarterback, that kind of stuff, but that has got increasingly better week in and week out, and we've been able to throw the ball pretty well. Tonight, boy, we've had a couple big ones that got away, too, in this game, but Shippers, again, with his best day passing the football in the first half of this game, 3 touchdown passes already on the day. Again, 2 to Rosales and 1 to Calvin Stapp. Other scores going on. Again, we had the Scott City game, which was played last night. They took on Beloit, and Scott City won that one 55-14. So the Beavers are at 3-0 in district play and plus 63 in the point differential. Colby on pace to be the exact same thing headed into next week, where we'll have 2 undefeated teams in the district going head-to-head in Scott City, and that will be a lot of fun. Newly renovated stadium there in Scott City. I'm excited to go see the new press boxes and stuff there for the first time. We'll make that road trip down there. Look forward to that one, and that should be a fun football game. There'll be a lot of eyes on that one all over the state to see the outcome, with 2 undefeated teams going head-to-head this late in the season in the same district. And you can hear the thunder in the background here in Russell, Kansas. Again, 20-minute delay. About 5 minutes and 20 seconds into that. Reminder tonight, too, and there might be a little bigger gap than normal, but we will have the Rockingham Radio statewide scoreboard show tonight, as that will have scores and recaps from games all over the state of Kansas including this one here. But again, that starts at 10 o'clock Central Time and will run to 11 o'clock tonight on 100.3 The Ride. Our crew at KSAL in Salina, one of our sister stations, will be providing that for you. And it's a great show if you haven't listened to it. Again, not only do you get the scores, but the announcers doing the games all over the state will send in their recaps so you can hear how they got to that score. And again, that'll be coming up tonight starting at 10 o'clock and going until 11 o'clock. That's something you'll hear all season long, not just during football, but every Friday night during basketball season as well with the Rockingham Radio statewide scoreboard show. So, again, tune in for that, 10 o'clock tonight to 11 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Bob Shop Saturday with Paul Heskett. That starts at 9 o'clock and runs till noon on 100.3 The Ride and 790 KXXX, our sister station. We will break away at 11 o'clock on 100.3 The Ride for Power Cat Game Day, headed into the pregame show and kickoff of the Wildcats. And then, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs will be back in action on 100.3 The Ride on Saturday night or Sunday as they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And again, all those on 100.3 The Ride. For those of you in agriculture in the area, something new tomorrow morning you'll hear on our sister station 790 KXXX from 7 to 8 o'clock. We'll have the Wheat State Update with Sarah Miles, which is a 1-hour weekly show that'll be brought to you every week starting at 7 o'clock prior to the auction block that recaps the week in agriculture from markets to ag news, and of course also always an interview segment. Again, with the leaders in agriculture, those making the decisions, as well as a little fun with it as well, as we try to take a look at rural life as well as the ag news. But tune in for that. First show's tomorrow at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock on 790 KXXX prior to the auction block. Again, Sarah Miles bringing you the Wheat State Update on KXXX. And that's just some of the things going on around the area as the rain now is flat pouring here in Russell, Kansas, coming down quite a bit harder at the stadium. We are in a lightning delay. Rain is one thing. You'll play football in the rain, but you can't play, for obvious reasons, when there's lightning in the area, and that was the concern with the stoppage there. We were really just moments away from the teams coming out for the second half when that first big bolt of lightning hit to the south here. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for part of Russell County, the southwestern part, but again, this storm moving to the northeast, and it's not far away, so we're kind of waiting for this to move through the area. They've got options here. They can keep pushing this back and pushing it back and pushing it back till they get ready for the second half, which again will be continuous clock because Colby's up by 44 points. If it continues too long, they can decide, since a half has been completed, they can decide to call the game at half as well, which is another option. But again, a lot of times they'll push them back as far as they can. I can remember a game in Goodland several years ago in which we had a rainstorm come in right before half, and I think we kicked off the second half that night at about 11 o'clock at night and finished off the second half of that district game. It was the last game of the season, regular season, several years ago. And again, we kicked it off at about 11 p.m. that night, and boy, the rain has picked up another level here in Russell. It is getting with it. We're going to take a break. We're kind of an extended version here of the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show as we are keeping you up to date as the storm in the Russell area, again, has the game delayed due to lightning. The initial delay 20 minutes, but there also will be a stretch of time where the teams will have to warm back up after that if they're ready to go. So 10 minutes on a warm-up period there after the teams would come back out of the locker room, which will be here in another 9 minutes and 48 seconds. But again, we just saw more lightning, which pushes the timer back once again. Every time you get a bolt of lightning, that timer gets pushed back further and further. And that's where we're at the moment. Current rain delay still with another 9.5 minutes minimum. We're going to take a break. Back to the radio station for a word from our sponsors. You're listening to Colby football with the Eagles leading 44-0 at the half. Rain delay here before the second half. Back with more in just a minute.
Did you know that your body contains over 40 billion working parts and the nervous system acts as a communication speedway? Sometimes there's no warning when a problem is ahead, and a chiropractor can help determine if there's any interference in this great nerve network. In most cases, chiropractic care can eliminate the cause of your pain. Call Northwest Kansas Chiropractic at 460-0332. That's 460-0332. Or visit us online at nwkchiro.com. I'm Dr. Griggs, inviting you to stop by and see us and start feeling better today.
The Colby Free Press brings residents of Thomas County news, pictures, and commentary on the happenings, issues, and events that impact the lives of residents of Thomas County. The Colby Free Press is informative and affordable. The Colby Free Press is a local daily newspaper that has earned a great reputation for journalistic excellence and extensive knowledge of the local communities of Colby, Rexford, Brewster, and surrounding communities.
This month, Colby Dodge is celebrating Ram Power Days and Jeep Adventure Days. What does this mean to you? Discounts up to $4,000 on select new Jeeps and discounts up to $10,000 on select Ram trucks. We have the sale prices posted, so drive by and check them out today. Many programs are in effect this month at Colby Dodge. Stop in and check with the salesperson to see if you qualify for additional discounts. Check us out online at colbydodge.com or in person at Exit 53 I-70, Colby, Kansas.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back to Russell, Kansas. 7.5 minutes in counting on our rain delay, left in our rain delay, or our lightning delay. We should be more specific. And we saw another bolt of lightning here just a few minutes ago to the south, so we're kind of waiting for officials here to determine A, when we come back out, or B, if we do. There's something to be said in Colby's behalf. I don't know that we necessarily would want to come out for the second half if we don't have to, because you don't want to risk any injuries when you're up 44-0. Then you're going to be a continuous clock, except you do get the opportunity to play some of the younger kids in a varsity situation, as we got to last week. That would be the one argument for coming back out. The argument for not coming back out is you don't want to risk anybody getting hurt headed into next week's showdown with Scott City, and there's two undefeated teams that are going to go head-to-head in Scott City. Again, Scott played their game last night and got the win on the road against Beloit, 55-0. 55-14, I should say, was the final on that one. Colby will head there next week, and then they will be back at home the final week, or week 8 of their season, and they will host the Goodland Cowboys for that final game of the season. Goodland losing in their contest earlier today, 47-3. They got a field goal late in the ball game. That was enough to get them on the board at least and avoid the shutout. Cowboys will have this Russell team to play next week, and that game will be at Cowboy Stadium in Goodland. Of course, you'll be able to hear all the Cowboy games on our sister station, 102.5 KKCI. The rain has actually lifted a little bit here, but at the same time, the skies have gotten a lot darker with the main part of that storm cell creeping its way in this direction. And you know that the officials and the athletic directors and all that are keeping a close eye on things, and safety will come first here. The storm, let me get an update here on the radar. Again, the heaviest part of things right now is down in the La Crosse area. The rest of this is moved, where it's the heavy part of it's kind of moving out of the Russell area right now. But again, you got that part to the south and west, and it's moving northeast, so it's whether that swings up here or not. Looking out the window here as we look to the west at this stadium, it would appear as though things are moving in this direction again. So we'll just kind of see how things develop with this storm. We did have a severe thunderstorm warning earlier for the southwestern part of Russell County. That is no longer in effect here. But again, we've had lightning in the area, and that is the major concern at the moment as to safety in that situation. When we got here tonight, and this was probably part of the problem, the clouds kind of broke, and we got here and it was 70 degrees at kickoff, and looked over and said, that's probably not a good thing with all this moisture in the air. They were expecting it to be later, but when it heated up, that got the atmosphere unstable, and these storms were able to build and come in and put us in the situation we're in at the moment. Had it stayed cool like it was earlier today, we probably would have been all right, at least to get through the contest. But we went from 70 degrees to about 40 in not a very long stretch of time. When this stuff all moved in, the wind came first, sprinkles and more, and there's more lightning to the southwest. Another big bolt there. We're down to less than 3 minutes left in this initial lightning delay, but again, with the bolt we just saw to the southwest, there's no way they're going to bring the kids out here in the next 3 minutes to start warming up again. Both crowds have cleared tonight here again. The stadium on both sides, with the fans getting either to their vehicles or somewhere where they can take cover and get out of the elements. And we're just awaiting a decision at this point. Again, you're watching these clouds are moving to the north and east, which is kind of right at us with the ones that are down to the south. So even if we get this going, I would be surprised if we're able to finish even with a continuous clock. And we have, I imagine, discussions going on in the locker room. There's another strike of lightning there. They can decide to call the game because we have made it through the first half. But it would have to be the two coaches would have to agree to do so, both of them, in order for that to be taking place. And I think with the outcome kind of decided here, and it wouldn't affect really where the district is going. That game we had in Goodland a couple years ago, where we had this happen at halftime. Again, we started the second half after 11 o'clock at night, but again, that was the last game of the season, and the game wasn't decided yet. The last spot in the district wasn't decided yet, so that game had to be finished, and we got. I think we finished that game a little after midnight with the regular part of the game, and that was before post game. It was a late night, but this one a little bit different situation here tonight in Russell. Looking nasty again. You're all watching. There's police officers and pickups over there with their lights on. Not sure what they're doing. They're out of their vehicles and now moving on. A lot of cars have left. A lot of the Russell fans left here. A good chunk of them. All right, we're down to 15 seconds left here on rain delay number one. Both teams are still in the locker rooms. As we've talked about, lightning continues to plague us in the area. And with the time running out here, we'll try to get you an update on the latest from what they've decided to do here. Is again, the first 10-minute rain delay has expired, lightning delay, but again, we're still...
Give it another 10 minutes. There is still some lightning on south-southwest.
Yeah, that's the discussion going on right now, is what to do from here.
No, I didn't. Okay, another 20 minutes.
And we'll see what they decide.
20? Okay.
All right, we're going to put another 20-minute delay, another 20 minutes lightning delay on the clock here. as we just saw another flash in the distance. 20 minutes is what they've decided. We'll take another break. Be back with more after a word from our sponsors. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. It's 44-0, Colby up at the half.
This time of the year can get a little stressful on your finances.
Hey, can you make this like a couple of minutes for me?
Local grown loan officers at the People's State Bank. They live in this area, so they know this area. They pride themselves on getting you the fastest response possible. Since most of them have been in business or have come off the farm, they really do know the local ag economy. They want to take this time and thank you for your patronage at the People's State Bank, with locations in Colby, Oakley, Hoxie, Goodland, and McDonald. The People's State Bank, member FDIC.
Quality workmanship and experience are just two of the things you will find when working with Stevens Construction for all your agricultural, commercial, and residential construction needs. They are your local Butler and Lester dealer and are ready to assist you in choosing the steel or wood frame building you have been looking for. They also specialize in overhead door sales and service. Stevens Construction has been in the business for over 40 years, so stop by today and see them on South Country Club Drive in Colby.
Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Well, welcome back. I'm going to stand and stretch a little bit here. We're in Russell, Kansas tonight. District football game, Colby versus Russell. More lightning just striking in the distance here as this storm cell really kind of starting to move over top of us now. The rain coming down still here in Russell. It has lightened up a little bit. It was flat pouring a while ago. But again, it's lightened a little bit, but the lightning is still very present here. And it's now to the north of us as well. So we've got lightning all around us here in Russell, Kansas. We had an initial rain delay that has been extended another 20 minutes now. Again, while I try to await this and make a decision as to what to do, but watching on radar, we may be at this for a little while if they decide to wait the whole thing out. You said when we got here tonight, it was really very nice. Big bolt of lightning. As we got here tonight, it was beautiful. We kind of joked it was 70-some degrees. It was kind of like that early season football weather. And then the storm front moved in about midway through the second quarter tonight. And the temperature dropped quickly. And then the wind picked up. And then the rain came right before halftime. Right before half is when it really started. About 2 or 3 minutes to go in the half, you started to see people putting their ponchos and their jackets on or the umbrellas up. And it didn't rain hard there. We finished the half without a big issue. And really the teams went to the locker room, and we had rain coming down, but not terrible until right before the teams were supposed to come out in the second half, and then the rain started pouring, and that's when the lightning started. And so at that point, they let the half come to an end, and then they added a rain delay from there. That ran out. They've tacked on another 20 minutes of rain delay here to try to see if they can finish this game. It's Colby on top at the half. 44-0 is the score. So even resuming the second half, we will have a quick one as it'll be a continuous clock, but we may be a long way from that happening tonight if it does happen. So bear with us, and we'll keep you up to date. But it's going to be a while as we're still seeing a lot of lightning now, actually more than we've seen in a while. It's picking up here and really kind of all around us in Russell, Kansas. Teams are in their locker rooms. I'm waiting the second half. These are tough, too, because you have to come back out. And, you know, you've been warmed up. You've played hard for a half. And then you got to go sit for, an hour or more. And then come back out and warm up. Again, you got to get re-warmed up, and you worry about injuries. As I mentioned, the field here it's a turf field. It's not a grass field. And these They don't hold water. You don't have to worry about mud. They will drain. Usually they're built with a sand base underneath them, so it just sucks the water right out. But the top of the field itself is going to be obviously wet, and then you worry about injuries in the second half of the ball game and footing and that kind of stuff, and neither team wants to lose a player at this point in time, especially Colby with that Scott City game next week. That being said, you will not see a lot of starters, if any, on the field for Colby in the second half. We saw that last week. The Eagles with the big lead at half, up 49-0. They played nobody in the second half and still won the game 49-8, giving up just the one second half score. That was also a continuous clock game in the second half for Colby last week. But again, the rain coming down, pouring. There's more lightning again. We're seeing the lightning's worse now than it was when the delay started, as this storm continues to move up and into our area. And that's the big concern right now, is what do you do in this? Do you finish it or not? We're in our second rain delay of the night. Mentioned it earlier, but I want to remind you again, because if you haven't listened yet, we have a very good scoreboard show here on 100.3 The Ride. It's our Rocky and M Radio statewide scoreboard show. It runs every Friday night from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. It'll be that way all year through basketball season. Has all the scores from around the state of Kansas, as well as recaps from the announcers who call the games. So you'll get to hear a little bit of how individual kids are doing and how the scores came to be. And if you haven't listened yet, it's a great show. And kudos to our Rocky and M Radio crew in Salina, Kansas, that put that together on a weekly basis at our sister station KSL. Big bolt of lightning here in the to the south of us here in the press box, and then another one. So again, we're looking at about 12 minutes in the current rain delay, which is the second one of the night, but there's no way we're going to be ready to play in 12 minutes, with a 10-minute warm-up to it. This storm is still moving right in here. And the rain continues to come down in Russell, Kansas. If they do get this thing going, there's not going to be a lot of fans for the second half of this game either. A lot of people clearing out here to avoid the inclement weather. A couple of things to remind you of as far as other sports that you can catch this weekend. K-State will be in action tomorrow here on 100.3 The Ride. We will have the Power Cat Game Day pregame show that starts, we'll join it in progress at 11 o'clock. K-State will be in action here on 100.3 The Ride. Then on Sunday, the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs will be in action, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Mitch Holtis and the crew will have the call on 100.3 The Ride Sunday afternoon as well of the Chiefs and Jaguars in NFL action. Next week, Colby again on the road taking on Scott City. 6 o'clock pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff. The schedule on that one next week. And the early forecasts are saying, okay, we'll be all right for next Friday. More lightning and near thunder in the distance here in Russell. 10:40 left in the delay. We're going to take another break. Be back with more from Russell, Kansas. After a word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Are you looking for a bank that offers a variety of services? One that works with your busy schedule? Well, look no further. Farmers and Merchants Bank is the bank for you. Hi, this is Debbie with Farmers and Merchants Bank. We offer many products that fit all your financial needs. And with extended hours and 2 convenient locations, we can accommodate your busy schedule. We're committed to the community and becoming a locally owned bank. We're here for you and here to stay. Stop in today at either of our convenient locations and visit with our friendly staff. Farmers and Merchants Bank, together making a difference. Member FDIC.
Here at McKee Incorporated, we're proud to offer...
Hey, please give me a couple of minutes on this one.
Athletic products that can help keep you comfortable and save you money. This fall, McKee Incorporated is offering up to $1,600 in rebates on brand new Lennox systems.
They did?
So call us
okay,
today
ball game.
785-462-3132. McKee Incorporated, proudly offering Lennox products. Just another way we make you feel better.
All right.
Back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Folks, the score is now final. They have called the ball game here in Russell, Kansas. The concern with the Lightning, and safety of the players with a 44-0 game at the half and the storm still hanging in the area. The officials, coaches, and crew have decided to call it a game here at the half. 44-0. Colby gets the win tonight over the Russell Broncos. So the Eagles go to 3-0 in district play and plus 63 on the point side of things. And we'll go into Scott City next week ready to take on the Beavers with both teams undefeated. And we look forward to that one. That is going to be a fun football game next week with two pretty good teams going head-to-head, two real good teams going head-to-head with undefeated records 6 weeks into the season. So, again, the decision here is to call the football game, err on the side of caution. Again, if this was a closer game or a little bit different situation, I can see him maybe waiting this out. But at this point, it's safer to call it a night and get the kids back on the road and back to safety here. So, final score is 44-0 in favor of Colby. We'll take a break and come back with more in just a minute. You're listening to the Eagles on Radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Rhine.
For one-stop shopping in Colby, Kansas, don't forget about Colby's Walmart. Walmart in Colby has a great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the grocery department. Walmart, of course, all the latest movies on DVD or Blu-ray, as well as your favorite PlayStation or Wii games. Walmart in Colby also has clothes, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student-athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Dunlock. I'm excited to be practicing chiropractic again here in Colby. My new office is 480 North Franklin in downtown Colby, right next to Gouache. I'd like to help you with your general wellness, including low-force adjustments, acupuncture, nutritional protocols, and grafting techniques to help with muscle release and quicker healing. Call me at Gunlock Chiropractic today to schedule an appointment at 269-9565. That's 269-9565. Now back to more of the Eagles on radio on 100.3 The Ride.
Welcome back. The final score tonight, 44-0. Colby gets the win over Ulysses in a game called at half due to lightning in the area. So again, that'll bring us to our final score tonight, 44-0. Colby goes to 6-0 on the season, 3-0 in district play. They will be at it again next week on the road where they take on the Scott City Beavers. We will have coverage of that game with the pregame show at 6 o'clock and kickoff scheduled for 7 o'clock next Friday night again in Scott City. And that is going to be a fun game. And I imagine for Coach Reese McKinney, too, of course, growing up in Scott City, Kansas, and playing football for the Beavers and then getting to have this game next week, I'm sure he will be excited for that one coming up next week. And we'll talk to Coach Reese McKinney coming up here in a little bit on the postgame show tonight and get his thoughts on his team's performance. Probably, I would say, obviously, very happy with the how the kids play tonight. And they picking up a good district win here this evening. We'll take a break, come back with more here in just a little bit. You're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride. Can't hear anything.
No one knows farming and ranching better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. After all, our companies were founded more than 77 years ago to serve the unique needs of farmers